Remembering Tool Time from the 90s starring Tim Allen. It's been over 2 decades since Tool Time, the beloved TV show starring Tim Allen, graced our screens in the 90s. For those who tuned in every week, the show was an opportunity to indulge in a little DIY inspiration and enjoy the chemistry between Allen and co-host Richard Karn. Tool Time was a staple in the homes of millions of families across the country, and it still holds a special place in the hearts of many today. In this throwback video, we're taking a trip down memory lane to celebrate the legacy of Tool Time and the unforgettable performances by Tim Allen. Before moving forward, if you are new to our channel, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for future interesting videos like this. The premise of the show. Tool Time was a popular TV show from the 90s starring Tim Allen. The premise of the show was simple yet effective. It focused on Tim Taylor, a TV host of a DIY show called Tool Time. Tim would provide tips and tricks to his audience on how to repair or renovate various household items, from leaky faucets to faulty electrical wiring. His trusty assistant, Al Borland, was always by his side to help with the demonstrations. Together, they made a dynamic duo that viewers couldn't get enough of. Tool Time was a show that celebrated DIY culture, showcasing the joys and challenges of home improvement in a way that was entertaining and accessible. Fans loved watching Tim and Al take on new projects each week, eagerly awaiting their next home improvement tip. The premise of Tool Time was a perfect fit for the 90s, a decade that saw a surge in home renovation and design shows on TV. The characters. One of the most memorable aspects of Tool Time was the cast of characters that brought the show to life. Leading the charge was Tim Allen, who played Tim Taylor, the host of the fictional Tool Time TV show. With his trademark flannel shirt and rugged good looks, Tim was the perfect choice to portray the lovable and slightly bumbling tool enthusiast. Alongside Tim was his trusty assistant, Al Borland, played by Richard Karn. Al was the more sensible of the duo, often having to rein Tim in when his enthusiasm got the best of him. Al was known for his trademark plaid shirts and his encyclopedic knowledge of all things related to home improvement. Rounding out the cast was Tim's wife, Jill, played by Patricia Richardson. Jill was the voice of reason in the Taylor household, often playing the foil to Tim's wacky antics. She was also a talented and successful professional, balancing her career with her role as a wife and mother. The role of 3 kids in the show. The Tool Time show would not be complete without its 3 young stars. The 3 kids in Tool Time show played important roles that added an extra touch of fun and entertainment to the show. They were Jonathan Taylor Thomas, Zachary Ty Bryan, and Taran Noah Smith. These 3 boys played the roles of the sons of Tim, the Tool and Taylor, played by Tim Allen, and his wife Jill, played by Patricia Richardson. Let's take a closer look at the roles that these 3 kids played in the show and where they are now. They were often involved in the show's comedic skits, which showcased their personalities and talents. In addition, the kids helped host the show by providing audience interaction and feedback. They were not only crucial to the show's success, but were also beloved by fans of the show. Without the 3 kids in Tool Time, the show would not have been the same. The catchphrases. One of the most memorable aspects of Tool Time, the TV show from the 90s starring Tim Allen, were the catchphrases. From Tim Allen's RRR to Al Borland's "I don't think so, Tim," there were several phrases that stuck with viewers long after the show ended. One of the most iconic catchphrases was Tim's "more power," which he shouted whenever he needed something to be louder or stronger. Another popular phrase was "man's got to do what a man's got to do," which Tim often used to justify his over-the-top antics on the show. The set. One of the most recognizable elements of Tool Time, the TV show from the 90s starring Tim Allen, was its iconic set. The show within a show was set in a fictional hardware store called Binford Tools, and the set was designed to look just like one. From the bins of nuts and bolts to the power tools hanging on the walls, everything on the set was geared towards showcasing the latest and greatest tools of the time. In the center of the set was the famous workbench, where Tim and his co-host Al Borland would demonstrate how to use the various tools and gadgets. The bench was often filled with sawdust, tools, and pieces of wood, giving it a real workshop feel. The set also featured a number of other interactive areas, such as the Tool Time Girl platform, where the show's female assistant would demonstrate different tools. The episodes. Tool Time was a TV show from the 90s starring Tim Allen that ran for 8 seasons and had a total of 204 episodes. Each episode featured Tim Taylor and his co-host Al Borland, showcasing various tools and techniques for home improvement projects. Some of the most memorable episodes included Great Race, where Tim and Al compete in a lawn mower race. Other notable episodes included The Eve of Construction, where Tim attempts to renovate his kitchen. This Joke's for You, where Tim gets a new sponsor and must adjust to their guidelines, and Jill's Passion, where Jill pursues a career in writing. Throughout the series, the show tackled various themes, including family, work, and the complexities of home improvement projects. The reception. When Tool Time first aired in 1991, it was an instant hit. Fans of Tim Allen from his stand-up comedy days and his role on the hit TV show Home Improvement were eager to see him back on the small screen. He concept of a show within a show, with Allen's character hosting a DIY home improvement show called Tool Time, added an interesting layer to the sitcom. Tool Time quickly became a cultural phenomenon, with audiences tuning in every week to see what antics Allen and his co-host Al Borland, played by Richard Karn, would get up to. The show was known for its physical comedy, as well as its clever use of real-life power tools. Critics were initially skeptical of the show, but it soon became clear that Tool Time was a hit with viewers. The show's ratings consistently ranked in the top 10, and it was nominated for multiple Emmy Awards over its 8-year run. Tool Time also had a significant impact on pop culture. The show introduced catchphrases like "more power" and "I don't think so, Tim," which quickly became part of the lexicon for fans of the show. Tool Time merchandise, including t-shirts and coffee mugs, were best sellers. The legacy. As one of the most iconic TV shows of the 90s, Tool Time and Tim Allen left an undeniable impact on pop culture. From its unique take on home improvement to its hilarious cast of characters, this show has cemented its place in history. Many viewers tuned in every week to see Tim Taylor and his co-host Al Borland showcase new tools and demonstrate various home renovation projects. But Tool Time was more than just a TV show about DIY home improvement. It was a comedy goldmine, full of witty jokes, physical humor, and unforgettable catchphrases. For instance, who can forget the famous grunt that Tim Taylor would let out when testing a new tool? Or the hilarious banter between Tim and Al that had fans laughing out loud? The show also boasted an impressive set, with a fully equipped tool bench and even a mock-up of Tim's own home. Fans could see the before and after of the home renovation projects, as well as the mishaps and comedic moments that inevitably occurred. With 8 seasons under its belt, Tool Time had an extensive catalog of episodes that fans still revisit today. From special guest appearances to holiday-themed episodes, the show kept audiences entertained week after week. This brings us to the end of this video presentation. Before you go, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for future interesting videos like this. Moreover, I am adding affiliate links in the description below to purchase items. Please check out these links before you go. Thanks for watching.